I want to share with you my favorite places in the incredible country of Brazil. So here's my Brazil top 10. Brazil is a gigantic country home to some of the world's most beautiful and diverse landscapes, from the iconic sites of Rio de Janeiro to the otherworldly sand dunes of Lençóis Maranhenses. Brazil is full of incredible places to explore. Let's start this video off on the little island of Fernando de Noronha. Located in the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of northeast Brazil, Fernando de Noronha is a volcanic archipelago made up of 21 islands and islets, with only its main island that's inhabited. It was first discovered in the 1500s by Portuguese sailors, and today it's one of Brazil's most famous islands. You can reach it by flying in from Brazil's major airports, and one thing about the island is that you need to pay a daily tax of about $90, which is used to aid in keeping the island in its pristine condition. My favorite feature of the island is this giant rock monolith that looks like a thumb sticking out of the landscape. It overlooks the beach, and it's just such an incredible sight. Afterwards, we're going to head back to mainland Brazil to visit the Amazon rainforest. Now, if you look at the Amazon rainforest from space, you can see that it's just this massive green area in northern South America. The Amazon extends into countries such as Peru and Colombia, but 60% of the Amazon rainforest is in Brazil. An interesting fact about the Amazon is that it's home to the largest collection of animals and plants in the world. From pink river dolphins to scarlet macaws, the Amazon is home to so many creatures. It makes me wonder what other undiscovered animals remain hidden in the vast rainforest. If you're wanting to explore Brazil's Amazon, your starting point is probably going to be the city of Manaus. It's this massive city built right in the center of the Amazon. It was founded back in 1669, and today it's Brazil's 7th largest city and has a population over 2 million. It just blows my mind that there's a metropolis built right in the middle of the rainforest. Now, Manaus is built on the Rio Negro, and if you just go east, the river converges with the Amazon River at the meeting of the waters. It's really interesting to see the different colors of the rivers as they mix together. Now, from Manaus, you can jump on a boat or ferry and venture to the other cities and destinations along the Amazon River. After, we're going to explore the Chapada Diamantina National Park. Located in the state of Bahia in eastern Brazil, Chapada Diamantina is this massive national park that's home to incredible landscapes. Now, one of my favorite features of the park is its plateaus. They remind me of the Tepuy in Venezuela. Now, you can get a great view of them from the Morro da Pai Inácio. It's this fairly easy hike that takes about 15 minutes, and you'll get a magnificent view of the area. Another stunning feature of the park is the Cachoeira da Fumaça, or Smoke Falls. It's the second tallest waterfall in Brazil with a height of 340 meters. The waterfall is so tall that by the time the water reaches the bottom, it's a mist, hence its name Smoke Falls. Now, afterwards, we're going to visit Lençóis Maranhenses. Located in the northeastern part of Brazil, Lençóis Maranhenses is not only one of the most unique landscapes in Brazil, but all of South America. It's this almost endless array of sand dunes that fill up with these Caribbean blue lagoons during the rainy season. You may recognize this landscape from the Planet Vormir in the Avengers movie. Now, the lagoons are a great place to go kite surfing or just go swimming. Now, the best time of year to visit the dunes is from June to September. This is when the lagoons are full and the sun isn't as strong. You can explore the dunes by taking a tour on a 4x4 car, or you can also rent ATVs or go horseback riding to see the wonders of this otherworldly place. Another nearby spot in northeast Brazil with similar landscapes is Jericoacoara. Nicknamed Jerry, it's a small fishing village that is home to some more sand dunes that are surrounded by the ocean. It's known as one of the best places in Brazil to go wind or kite surfing. One thing that I thought was really interesting about Jerry is that there's not really roads in the village, just sand paths to walk through. Now, afterwards, we're going to visit Chapada dos Veadeiros National Park. Now, located in the Brazilian highlands in the state of Goiás, Chapada dos Veadeiros is one of Brazil's most beautiful national parks. One of my favorite features of the park is its waterfalls, and one of the best places to view them from is Mirante de Janela. It's a decent hike to get there, but you'd be able to get a view of the powerful waterfalls. Another interesting place in the park is Moon Valley. It's home to these really unique rock formations that have natural pools and a river that runs through it. Afterwards, we're going to head down to southern Brazil to visit Iguazu Falls. Now, after Venezuela's Angel Falls, I think Iguazu is one of the most recognizable waterfalls in all of South America. It's located right in the Brazilian and Argentina border, and it's the most powerful waterfall system in the world. At its peak, Iguazu can have up to 300 waterfalls. The most recognizable feature of Iguazu Falls is the Devil's Throat. It's this horseshoe-shaped chasm where majority of the water goes. Now, about 20% of the falls is in Brazil, while the other 80% is in Argentina. You can visit the falls from both countries, and they both offer a unique experience and different views. There's plenty of walkways you can go on to get up close and personal with the waterfalls. I mean, I just can't believe the power of this place. Afterwards, we're going to visit the Pantanal. Now, located in the state of Mato Grosso do Sul, the Pantanal is the world's largest flooded grassland. Most of it is in Brazil, but some parts extend into Bolivia and Paraguay. It reminds me a lot of the Okavango Delta in Botswana. Now, what I love about the Pantanal is the amount of wildlife that lives there. It's home to animals such as the capybara, giant anteaters, and caimans, and it's also one of the best places in the world to see jaguars as they roam the banks of the marsh. After, we're going to visit the mountains and canyons of Santa Catarina. Now, located in southern Brazil near Florianopolis, this area is just absolutely beautiful, and it reminds me a lot of the mountains in Africa's Drakensberg. It's this massive area, and there's just so many beautiful lookouts, canyons, and rock formations. One really scenic spot is Canyon do Esperado. It's this distinct gorge with unique rock pinnacles. Another really scenic place is Canyon do Funil with similar landscapes. There's just so many amazing spots in these mountains. Now, while we're still on the topic of mountains, we're going to visit Pico Paraná. Now, with a height of 1,877 meters, this is the highest mountain in southern Brazil. It's made up of granite, and what's cool about the mountain is that you can summit it. The journey takes anywhere from 12 hours, and you can also camp on the way up. The place just looks spectacular, especially during sunset. Now, afterwards, we're going to visit Rio de Janeiro. Now, I was lucky enough to visit Rio de Janeiro a few years ago, and I have to say it's one of the world's most wild and vibrant cities. Now, one of the most famous places in Rio is the Christ the Redeemer. It's this massive statue that stands over 38 meters tall and sits on top of this stone pinnacle that overlooks all of Rio de Janeiro. When I was there, it was just absolutely packed with people, but I had a great time walking around and marveling at this iconic location. Another one of my favorite places was Ipanema Beach. Before visiting, this is what I imagined Brazil to be like. I mean, just such a good vibe there. I just love walking on the beach and admiring at the scenery of Rio de Janeiro. Another one of my favorite spots in Rio is this lookout called Mirante Dona Marta. It's just this perfect lookout that has some of the best views of the city. I went there for sunrise and got one of the most incredible views over the famous Sugarloaf Mountain. After Rio de Janeiro, we're going to explore the nearby Costa Verde. Costa Verde is this mountainous coast that stretches from Rio de Janeiro down to Sao Paulo state. Now, I think it's home to some of Brazil's best beaches and coastline. Now, one amazing place there is Ubatuba. It's home to numerous islands, crystal clear waters, and it's famous for being one of the best places to surf in Brazil. Another beautiful town on the Costa Verde is Paraty. It's this extremely well-preserved colonial town that was founded by the Portuguese in the 1600s. I just love the red roofs and Portuguese vibe of the town. It kind of reminds me of like a tropical European city. One of my favorite destinations on the Costa Verde is the island of Ilha Bela. It's located right off the coast of São Sebastião, and it's home to colorful villages and this just absolutely striking coastline with green mountains that rise straight out of the ocean. I mean, there's just endless amounts of beautiful places on the Costa Verde. Well, anyways, that is it for my Brazil top 10. I mean, I'm barely scratching the surface of this country. There's just still so much to see, so be expecting a part 2. Let me know where your favorite place is in Brazil in the comments below. I also have a second channel called Scenic Relaxation, where I make hour-long films to bring some peace and nature in your life. I did a video on Brazil that I think you'll enjoy. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at shirley.films. It's Ryan.